found her bed. There you go. There's my little alert.
Freaking hit me.
You just stop. I got the dish, haha.
You'll need that.
I need to brush my hair. It was way unruly when I got up. I'm just gonna hide it. Mike's not. Okay, you can't hide them. I understand.
Hi guys, we're back. Hello, hello. I'm not getting, can you hear me?
I can.
I'm not getting any.
I can hear you.
Hello, hello. Who's here today? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Is anybody in there? See, I'm not seeing any sound here, baby.
Well, I got it over here. Are you plugged in? Here.
You can hear me, Dawn? Okay. Because I'm not seeing my meter working on the computer. All right. Hi, guys, and welcome. Jimmy Bright. I'm hearing Jimmy Bright has a question. Welcome. I'm waiting for Don to join in. Is he on Facebook?
This is YouTube. I got nobody over here on Facebook yet.
So it was on YouTube he asked that?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Yes, you can tell him yes, you can ask a question.
Yes, Jimmy, that's what we're here for. Ask away. And I'm really excited today because, okay, let me try again. Is that Dawn? Yes. Go ahead and answer it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I don't know what that was then. Yeah, I'm fixing it. Yeah, I see that. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Okay. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. Why am I still on this? Something's not working here.
I got you right here.
Okay. Something's weird.
Wonder if we had updates.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. We got a little sidetracked there. Computer difficulties. Anyway, somebody came by and gave me this beautiful deck of cards, and it's by Izzy Ivy. It's called Beyond Lemuria. And the first two cards that I saw out of this deck, it was so amazing because the first two cards I saw was a validation of, hi Don. It was a validation of exactly the conversation that Dawn, Yida, and I were having that morning. The first two cards out. And this deck spoke to me. And the person, actually this book is kind of amazing. I've never seen one like it. You see how the tabs are? And it's really cool. So I thought today, since she wanted me to kind of read the book, and I'm not really into reading books, but you know how when we do the energy of the day, I tend to read it. So I figured if we did the energy of the day out of these cards for a while, maybe we could find out the amazing impressions that Izzy Ivy is trying to share with us through these energies. What do you think? Are you game for energy of the day from Izzy Ivy?
Absolutely.
Beyond Lemuria?
You said a couple of times that the first two cards that came out of that deck were directly pertaining to the conversation that you, Ida, and I were having.
Right.
You have said
Oh, it was. Where'd you go? That's not cool. It was Remember Your Innocence and something about co-creation. And I don't remember exactly what that was.
Can I come back?
Oh, yeah. Where'd you go? Did you hear what I said? The two cards,
Absolutely fine.
one of them was Remember Your Innocence or Protect Your Innocence. And the other one was about co-creation.
Fantastic. Okay.
So, and that was the first two cards that I saw out of this deck when she handed them to me. And instantly I was like, okay, this is a sign that this deck is meant for me. And as I started looking through the cards, I was just like, I was talking about making a deck. And some of the cards that I saw reflected some of the ideas that I wanted to put in a deck. But different artwork, of course.
Of course.
So I'm ready to discover, another person whose view is similar, but whose artistic view is different, And I'm wondering, if we can find the thread of similarity that, I don't know. It's just interesting. So, honey, my darling love, will you choose the energy of the day card for us? All right, you want that one? He always knows. He's just like, boom. This is the one I want, and that's all there is to it. Oh my gosh, this is what we were talking about this morning. It says balanced forces.
I'm sorry, it says balance what?
Forces.
Yes.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that beautiful imagery. And look at the star on her throat chakra. And communication has a lot to do with balance and achieving balance. A lot to do with it. So let's see what balanced forces is all about. And somebody had a question. I haven't seen if he asked it. Okay. Oh, wow. And it's a seed card. What they're calling a seed card. And balance forces. Forgive me, you guys, I've had a headache all day, so I'm a hot mess. And I've been trying to keep the lights off, but deal with it. It's what I am. Tomorrow I may be something different. Depends on what I'm called to be. Okay, balanced forces, yin and yang, productive flow, masculine and feminine energy, the balance of duality, patriarchal I can't say that word, paradigm. Patriarchal paradigm being rebalanced, equality, balance in perspective. Yay, we could use some of that shit.
Absolutely.
That's a good card, honey. Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now I don't know if you know anything about the Lemurian people, but Lemuria was said to be the feminine equivalent of Atlantis. That Atlantis was mainly a patriarchal society Lemuria was the balance and the matriarchal society. So, again, this is, yeah, make of it what you will. That's the background about Lemuria. The Lemurian people are said to have been androgynous, meaning they were not specific gender. Now that's a new one on me. As they were only partially formed in the physical realm. They were interdimensional travelers then. That means aliens, angels, all the ones that play in that fourth dimensional realm that can manipulate their own matter. You know what I mean? Or matter in general. As they were only partially formed in the physical realm. They did not inhabit a paradigm of duality. They were a perfect balance of what became masculine and feminine energy as it densified into physical form. We all hold a mix of masculine and feminine energies within us. Masculine energy is more about focus and forward direction, while feminine energy is more holistic and peripheral. Now, peripheral, we all know what that means, right? That means they have a wider field of vision. So instead of being forward looking, the feminine side tends to see more of the picture, because the masculine side seems to be forward and focused on what it takes to move ahead. Okay? Masculine energy is that of logistics and actioning desires into being, and it has more of a controlled and rigid vibration. Feminine energy is freer, flowing, nurturing, creative, and receptive. Now, here's what I think. A true person coming from oneness would not call this masculine and feminine energy. They would just call it energy, because it's still focusing on duality over the idea of oneness. It's still separating. So we're still compartmentalizing a natural energy that's within us all into masculine and feminine. Does that make sense? Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's duality in everything.
Right.
Okay, there's duality in everything: the masculine, the feminine, the short, the tall.
Well, there's even duality in each one of those energies itself.
Right.
So we recompartmentalize it on top of it. So it's like, you know what?
And that's why there's division and separation.
Yes. And all I'm saying is, if we quit seeing it as masculine and feminine, and maybe if we see it as a natural energy that we all carry, and quit, separating it within ourselves, then maybe sometimes we won't have this issue of masculines not accepting their nurturing side and feminines not accepting their forward motion side. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just a theory. Okay. Both sides are to be celebrated, but in our efforts to rebalance inequality, then prejudice can occur. But prejudice can't occur if there's not separation.
Right.
So, in the current paradigm, masculine and feminine energies are imbalanced, as our global culture is largely patriarchal and strongly influenced by masculine energy. In other words, they're strong. We're strongly focused on what we've been given to focus on, whether we're masculine or feminine or not. I don't care. I see just as many women driven as I do men. And people want to call them masculine women. Okay, so I embody that energy, but I don't think I should be called a masculine woman. You know, I'm just a woman. You know? And I don't think a man should be called a feminine man because they're caring. That's a human trait of all of us. So I think that's a mistake, you know, because it's kind of like putting the blame on that, or putting, you know, and it's like, no, let's stop. Let's balance this shit. And the first thing we have to do is realize that it's not masculine and feminine. It's a whole, you know. Okay, so in the current paradigm, masculine and feminine energies are imbalanced as our global culture is largely patriarchal and strongly influenced by masculine energy. Efforts to revitalize the feminine flow have been incriminately shifting the balance over the last century. Now, I agree with that. But I think that a lot of women have gone overboard in the feminist movement. But again, you know, that's the idea of, well, that's a whole nother can of worms.
As a matter of fact, Alice, you are actually just barely skimming over the top of a whole lot of cans of worms in that card.
I know.
You really are. I'm trying very hard to sit over here and keep my mouth shut because it's not turning into a debate. But yeah, that card has a whole lot in it that you're not reading.
Well, I haven't even got through the first 2 freaking paragraphs yet. Okay. It's time to calm mind-based intellect, scientific data, linear direction, and acquisition of power. Yes! And how do we do that?
Blow it all up?
That might work. Okay, you're not giving me good ideas, Don.
I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but reading faster might help. It doesn't give me a chance to talk because I won't interrupt.
Well, you're feeding my psychosis. Quit it. Okay, so I can't read faster because I can't freaking see. I'm looking through a blinding headache. Give me a break. Okay. To have an optimal human experience, we must embody a balance of masculine and feminine energies. We can daydream in receptive fluidity and then action our ideas into reality. We can be soft and nurturing and also firm and direct as needed. In other words, it depends on what the situation calls for. Be real in that moment. We can be determined, compassionate, grateful, vulnerable, visionary, and strong. There can be focus and free flow. We may not draw on these energies simultaneously, but when we access both equally, we can be truly powerful, centered beings. When we bridge the duality within ourselves, we can seed more balance in our outer world. Divinatory meaning. This card invites you to look at masculine and feminine energy from a more balanced perspective. In the situation at hand, on the more masculine side of the spectrum, can it be tempered with feminine energy? Vice versa? Would the addition of masculine energy bring balance? What needs to happen to form a more holistic and equalized foundation? Do you normally hold a position of one extreme? How might you balance this so you can experience a more optimized state of being? Sorry, it's blurry. To bring more masculine drive and focus to a situation, for instance, if you have some upcoming due dates and you need to get into action mode, focus on your goals. Okay, that's a normal hello, right? But they consider this a masculine energy. To me, that's common sense. The actions being described. I mean, if you want to...
Actions being described are very logic, to the point, get it done.
Hi, Zimbabwe.
That's why it's considered masculine, because men don't tend to address and acknowledge feelings. They take the task at hand and they go. Okay? That's why it's considered masculine.
Right. They're not considering the peripheral, only the focus. But that's what I mean. I understand why it's considered masculine, but yeah. I mean, I get it. But it being considered masculine and other things being considered feminine may be why masculines don't want to accept their feminine side, because they think it's going to demasculate them. And women don't want to accept a lot of their feminine side as it is, because, you know, men don't want to be demasculated. And women don't want to be vulnerable to somebody who isn't willing to be vulnerable as well. So, you know, that's what I mean. It's like women are kind of embracing to an overpowering masculinity because they're actually afraid of their femininity. So, you know, it's just a fucked up mess. And if people would just see energy as energy and not consider it masculine and feminine, just human, that's a more of a oneness balanced approach than judging one side or the other. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
What if we replace toxic feminine and toxic masculine with the words responsibility? Because in a relationship or in a situation where, let's take the most common, a single mother. She's
Okay.
a man, woman in a relationship. She's toxic. She won't let
if she allows it to begin with. And here's the problem.
Yes, it's all about being comfortable to be able to communicate and learning how to communicate. And in communicating, actually getting your needs met. And this card was called what?
Balance forces.
Yes.
So yeah, and this is one of the things. This is like the dark wolf and the light wolf. It's both parts of us, and as long as we're labeling one as good and one as bad, I don't care if you're a feminine labeling masculine as bad, or if you're a masculine labeling feminine as bad. You're judging half of yourself, so you're fighting with yourself on a regular basis. But see, the separation of it is why the understanding, you know. So, do you normally hold a position of one extreme? How might you balance? Okay. To bring more masculine drive and focus to a situation. And yeah, okay, where am I? If you want to engage more feminine energy for receptivity, trust, flow, and surrender, consider all the things you are grateful for already. Feel the warmth, gratitude, and comfort of knowing everything is divinely perfect just the way it is. Which means we don't have to fight with ourselves. But it's our understanding and having to know and understand all this, you know, it's like people just be you. We were giving all the tools we need. Call it masculine, call it feminine, call it energy. It's all wisdom if we use it as wisdom and not as fucking weapons, really. It's insanity. Stop it. Stop hurting each other. Stop hurting yourself. Now, okay, we got a whole lot of viewers here. We do. I think it's just me and Mike right now.
What it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We got to take a moment here and send some love to Yida. Because she fell down and went boom, and she's not feeling too good. Stairs can be some tricky things sometimes. So. All right, well, oh, this is good. Since nobody's here, I like to look at overall energy. Oh, this is good. This is good. I see a lot of action towards spirit. I do. I see the end of the cycle of exactly what we were just talking about, that fight. I see the victory over the fight. I see a lot of opportunities with this victory over that fight. That's coming to peace with yourself. When you come to peace with yourself, then you start to see things more clearly. You start to have that focus. You start to have that drive. Look at these two freaking fastest moving knights here. All right. Some shit's about to happen. With truth and passion. Some people gonna find some Holy Ghost because they're sitting back and looking. They're sitting back and searching for some answers. And they're finally searching in the right places. They're taking some rest and relaxation, and they're turning to themselves. And guess what's going to happen next? New beginnings. Now, it's only an ace. But where this ace is coming from, do you know that holy crow sitting up on that hangman's just about ready to drop that pinnacle? That's a gift. It's going to hurt like hell getting you out of the hangman, but let me tell you what. Here's your start. What you can do with it. Now, me, I say this showed up. So, putting this away is also going to give you a new beginning. Because when you have all the fighting with yourself and all the bullshit set aside, then you're going to have some room for some new passion. And that new passion, that new understanding that all your power is actually in the here and now, it's going to bring you victory. It's going to bring you opportunity. All right, a lot of people like to see this card as confusion, but with everything falling with it, I'm seeing it as opportunity. Many opportunities.
What card is it?
7 of Cups.
Nice.
Yes.
I don't ever see the 7 of Cups as confusion unless it's upside down.
Well, I don't read them upside down. I read them by what's falling with them.
Right.
So, yeah, I see somebody who has taken time with spirit, who's going to move not only in the peripheral, but in the forward. Hi, Katrina. Welcome. And the reason that they're going to do this, and as they do this, they're going to realize they've taken the time with spirit. They found their peace. They found their magic. And as they go through every experience, they're going to remember to take that time with spirit. And they're going to get another new experience. And this is the overall energy, okay? The reason the energy of the day came up as balanced forces is because that's what I'm looking at right here. This masculine and feminine fight within ourselves, we're going to see it for what it is. Beautiful wisdoms. You know? Call it masculine, call it feminine. I call it human. And I call it the very beautiful parts of being human. Well, you just asked for a reading, Katrina. Nobody was in here at that moment, so I was just doing energy of the day, so. We'd be happy to give you a reading. I feel excited. I feel excited, Katrina.
She would like a reading.
Yeah, I see that. Absolutely. Now you can ask a question, but I kind of like to just see where the cards take me, and then if you would like to ask a question after we clear up what Spirit wants to say. Hang on a minute. And then we can go from there. Would that be okay with you? Every once in a while we lose Dawn here. All right. And maybe we can answer your question just out of the blue, and that makes it a more valid experience for you, that there's no trickery. But yeah, and having a valid experience, that spirit shows up for you. This isn't about me. This is about your validation from spirit, about your importance. So I'm excited for some reason, Katrina. Now, I'm not sure exactly why yet. I see why. Aww. A little excited and a little scared, maybe.
That's what I was feeling.
Because
It was more anxiety, like there's a fire in my stomach.
yeah, there's anxiety because of the unknown, but I think she's moving into calmer waters, but she's afraid because she doesn't want to regret getting into something. Yeah, she's been tempered. She's been through some shit. So she's excited, but then she's also like, oh my, what if? But with what I'm seeing here, there's a truth. There's a truth that's pushing you forward. And the truth that I'm feeling you're not seeing is this importance, the truth that you're not seeing is how very exciting it is to spirit that you have the strength to move, that you have the strength to see the truth. Because with this, the first card out was Temperance, and then I got the Four of Cups, which makes me feel like, the truth of things didn't work out quite the way I planned, and it really hurt, and there's a lot of pain, but I see the truth of it and how it can make me stronger if I make this move. But I might be moving into some bullshit here, and that's kind of scary. But I'm ready to go to take that chance. And that's exciting energy, And going towards something new is scary. It really is. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I got Justice and the Hangman. There's a blessing coming. There's a blessing coming because whoever this Temperance angel is here for, you've been seen. All right? Your troubles, your pains, your da da da, whatever. But it seems like it's been a long time coming because here's that damn Hangman. Coming out with justice here. And justice is freedom. Justice is freedom from whatever this is. And it's been a long time coming. But sometimes I feel like there's a little lack of faith that something good could happen, that this freedom, that this peace could come. And that's why you're kind of stuck in a way, but you're kind of not. Does any of this make any sense to you? You're ready to move out. You're ready to move out of any kind of that's like gossip and backbiting and da 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 and fighting and okay. And then the high priestess shows up. Can any more cards show up of you're being tuned? You're being divinely tuned, ma'am.
She's about to get the help that she's looking for.
It relates to all of it, Katrina. And let me tell you something. Your life is actually a reflection of the truth of your divine connection. And the closer you get to your truth, the more valuable you are to spirit. And I think you're starting to see that. And I think with this high priestess showing up, there's a lot of secrets with the high priestess. She has a lot of knowledge. Hi, Lexi. Welcome. Absolutely. There's a lot of knowledge here. The high priestess is usually about keeping secrets. She can do it, but you can't keep any from her. I feel like you're going to start defending the truth of you. Standing up for yourself. Embracing your passions. So yeah, I feel excited. But you know, I'm not going to lie to you, sweetheart. You got to let that tower fall. That's when you can celebrate. That's what I got. What you got, ma'am?
I got a lot of this thing.
Lexi,
Sad.
we always tell the truth. Hang on a minute.
Except, I think I'm kind of picking up on the tail end of what you said.
Yeah.
She's got 3 men here. She's got the Knight of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. Now, before, she's got the Two of Swords upside down. This is her struggles, right?
Yeah, that was what I think. Let me see. I think she said something. She went through a rough breakup last year. Took a break after 2 years of being together.
Okay, don't feed me.
Okay, go ahead.
We got the Three of Wands upside down. This is all that energy. Okay. That's the breakup energy.
That's what's causing this to show up. Yeah.
Then we've got the Ten of Cups.
Oh.
So how this next part plays out is really supporting everything that you said. And it comes in 3 different masculine cards, but I'm kind of feeling like it's the same person that's this person is going to help. We've got the King of Pentacles with the Defense card, the Seven of Wands. Okay.
I need a hero. Oh. I got the King of Wands. So somebody hot, baby, is coming.
Then we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Ten of Wands reverse. Okay, the Ten of Wands is the end of the cycle. It's the end of a hard cycle, and it also is all these wands, all of this shit that you've been carrying. This energy right here, I think it's showing up as two different people, but it's actually the same one. That is, this is what it needs to be at this point, at that point in time, and this is going to be the final result. It's going to be an emperor. It's coming in and helping you get rid of all of this.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm feeling too. Because I feel like that once she gets rid of all that, then this person is going to come in and help her heal. And yeah, I'm so excited for you, sweetheart. I can't even, I mean, it's hard.
I'm sorry, I cannot make this up.
The Lovers and this, is that the Six of
Chariot.
Oh, hell yes, and the Lovers. Yeah, no. All right, girl, you're going to have to keep in touch, Katrina, okay? You're going to have to tell us what happens, because this is some juicy shit. All right. So, did we hit anything you were curious about? I don't think you're going to have to worry about new opportunities as far as the job goes, because she said after that, or that could be relating to my business. I think that once you sort this out, Katrina, that it's all going to come together, honestly. So did that help? Did you have any questions? I'm hoping so. All right, Lexi. Well, do you feel like this is a new guy, or do you feel like the old guy is raising? That would be Katrina's question. Yeah. I didn't see a Six of Cups, but I mean, that's a good thing to, to concentrate on as I pull a card. So let's see. And Lexi, we will be right there, sweetheart, okay? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm still not getting a feeling. Is your ex a fire sign? Okay, I'm getting 2 aces on this, so I'm feeling this is someone new, honestly. Yeah, I'm feeling this is someone new. And even though this other person, he was the primer for the real thing. You know, I mean, I know that's probably not what you want to hear. And I know that's not what I wanted to hear in that situation, but let me tell you what I got now. Oh, damn. Yeah. It's like,
Do you have a whole new appreciation for relationships are valuable.
More than that. Much more than that. Not just that, but I don't know. I'll have to think about exactly. I don't know. It just feels like what home should be. You know? Now, Lexi, I looked at a card and or Alexis, I'm sorry. I did see you say that your name is Alexis and welcome. And the card was the Ten of Swords, which actually, at first sight, I didn't feel like that was a affirmation of something good. Oh, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome. I hope it helps. I'm not going to say that you're not going to clear the air, though. I think you're going to move beyond that to where you can clear the air and rectify the BS eventually. But I think this other person coming in is going to help you do that. So Lexi wants to know whether or not her and her person is going to, how the future looks.
I'm sorry, she wants to know what?
And then we have a Charlotte, too.
We had a Charlotte.
I missed the
I'm
Charlotte.
not sure if she's still here. We had Alexi J.
Yeah, Lexi, I
And
saw.
Queen Mimi is over on YouTube.
I haven't seen a Queen Mimi.
Well, I got it right
Okay. So, the Ten of Swords usually isn't a positive card, but it's not a negative card either, so I didn't feel like it totally answered my question. Oh, wow, there's a whole lot going on. Okay, how do our future look? Tell me the truth. My name is Alexis, with her and her man.
Okay, I missed most of that.
Okay. When she asked me about that, I got the Ten of Swords. Okay?
She asked about what?
The future, how her future looks with her and her man. Well, you were doing the right. Yeah, I kind of thought about it and picked a card, and it was the Ten of Swords. Now, usually the Ten of Swords is not a good sign, but not a bad sign. It's a very mental energy. So, I didn't feel like I had a full answer with that, and I felt like I had to pull some more. Because, I never do the upside down thing, so. And then I got the Ace of Cups, and then I got the Two of Cups.
Right.
So, it looks good, but I feel like, Alexis, maybe, maybe you're gonna come to an end of worrying about it and actually enjoy it.
I think I can help.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles. It's a steady card. It's a learning card.
It's a balance too.
Yes, that. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles right after that. It's upside down. So there's some things out of balance. There's some things that you're learning at this point in time.
Yes.
Okay. Then we've got Temperance. Okay.
I got that too. I got that too.
Forged. Okay. Then we've got the Moon. There's something that is not
No. Oh, damn. Okay.
Have patience. You're learning. You're being forged. Good things are coming.
Yes. Yes, I feel like you don't have anything really to worry about, and I feel like that you're gonna see this, and I just, with the temperance and then the three of pentacles, which is all about building, it's about two people coming together and making more good shit. Okay. So, um, yeah, a lot of times, we have fears because of our past experiences. And I think you're going to realize, kind of like we all have to, that this person that you're dealing with now is not that person. And we give them a chance to accept that there's somebody else, that they're not that person, that they're there for you, and that they love you and they care for you. So I hope that answers your question, Lexi. Alexis. I'm sorry. All right. I'm still not seeing Queen Mimi.
Well, she bounced off.
And I haven't seen Charlotte show up again yet.
You said you're not seeing
Queen Mimi.
Okay. I think she's been trying to dial in on School Life on the video because she's popped up on my screen a couple of times.
She's here. She just responded.
What'd she say?
Hello, lady.
Hello? Yeah, she's not showing up on the...
Okay, Alice, you have to understand, I don't see words on my screen. My screen is a split screen of the video of you and I don't get any messages.
Right. That's why I'm trying to read them to you. But I'm not getting the ones he's talking about either, so I can't read them to you.
Fair.
And then there's a Tanya here too. Can I please get a reading? Absolutely. There we go.
She's back.
Oh, Lexi lost us and she's back. Okay, rewind, Lexi. It's good news. Go get it, girl. You got one. We gave you a reading. Back it up. Rewind. You're going to love it.
Go back about 5 minutes.
Yes. And I even had to say that because I called you Lexi a couple times and I went, oh, Alexis. And Queen Mimi also would like a reading. So is Charlotte still in the house?
I have Charlotte, Lexi, and
All right.
She said Lexi's done.
Right, but Charlotte, what I think was actually before Lexi, but I missed her because the things messed up. All right, we know Tanya and Queen Mimi's here.
We have a Tanya too.
Yeah, a Tanya Hikes that wants a reading, and Queen Mimi. Yes. All right, Charlotte, if you show back up, let us know. Michael, let us know, because I'm not getting the freaking thing. So we got Queen Mimi.
Okay. Does she have anything specific that she wants to know about, or in general?
Does Queen Mimi want it?
She's just asking for a reading.
She just asked for a reading.
Does she have any questions she should ask? I will let you know. The answer is yes.
All right. I just had a card fly out of my deck, Don.
That doesn't happen very often. Which one is it? Which one is it?
That never happens to me. That's always usually reserved for
I
you.
gotta know.
Right. It does. You do occasionally. It doesn't happen very often, but it does once in a while.
Yeah.
That reaction. Which one is it?
I don't like it.
Michael just threw it back on the floor. He didn't like it. Somebody's not facing themselves.
Okay, I can't read it. What is it?
It's the shadow self.
Oh, well, that's not a bad card.
Well, it is if you're terrified to look in the mirror.
I'm just looking at the picture on the card.
Alice, I can't hear you.
I said it is if you're terrified to look in the mirror.
Right, but I don't think that's what's happening with Queen Mimi.
Right, but when
That's what's happening. Or I don't think that she's to look at herself because she's been resting. She's coming out as the star.
okay.
And then right behind that, I was trying to get a few more cards, but right behind that is the Ace of Pentacles. She's been in that period of rest. She's been doing that shadow work. She's been looking at herself.
But as I was saying, Michael doesn't like the card because if you look at it, the person on it is scared to death of their reflection.
See, Alice, when you put the card up to the camera,
Yeah.
you sound like you're talking in a well down a hall.
Well, that's because I have to show you why he doesn't like the card.
Well, okay, but in all fairness, nobody really likes to look at themselves. The start of that journey is like the scariest step that you can take. And we do it multiple times.
Queen Mimi says she's always in the mirror.
Easier as we do it.
Right.
You're not getting comments.
Well, yeah, and like I said, that doesn't things don't fly out of my deck too often. Now, after the shadow self, I got the Three of Swords, which we know that's one of the most transforming, sucky ass cards in the deck, but it's one of the most transforming because that's heartache. And each one of those swords in some way is, I always call it the me, myself, and I card. For a reason, not saying that you're being selfish or anything, but each one of those swords are a perspective that we have lost that has caused that pain. Some perspective we lost about me, myself, and I. The true Holy Trinity. Yeah, here in a second. Let me, okay? Now, when we lose focus of who we are, we end up having regrets. Now, here's the thing. I agree with Dawn and I agree with you because you're showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles. All right? And then I have the Three of Pentacles. So, there's some building going on. Somebody's got some focus. Somebody's got some drive.
I think you got it.
What? Okay. Queen Mimi said hello, ladies. Yes, please. No, I'm always in the mirror. Hi, Natalie. Great conversation, she says. She says, I love me some me. I've been working on myself after a horrible marriage.
And that's right here. That's
Oh.
what I was trying to intervene with. I got some questions because this person from the past,
Yeah.
this person from the past, this is the energy, the upside down Queen of Cups. Whoever this person was really messed with your head, but it was balancing, it was forging you.
Yeah, to be this.
You're pulling your energy back here. This is pulling your energy back in this card. And then we got the King of Wands. See, Spirit, please guide me to say the right words.
Don't you hate it when that happens, when it's like there, but it's like,
This person wants a second chance. He's coming back.
is that a good thing?
And I know no, it's not good because everything was going along just fine. It was telling a nice story, and then these two cards came out.
Hey, that's kind of like the first two I got.
Yes, yes. You got it in the self-transformation. I got the self-transformation with this one and the star. Okay? And then
And the healing.
starting to build again. But then we got all of this other stuff, and we had you in this upside down queen energy, and you have been working on yourself for this and drawing your energy back. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Are you saying don't get caught in the web twice?
Yes.
That's good advice. But yeah, I mean, I see that experience of her understanding her own worth now and ready to go out and build a new dream for herself. So that's the energy that she's in now.
Fantastic.
So that's my end story, and I like it. And look what's on the bottom of it. 10 of freaking cups. Hell yeah.
Yes. There we go.
Natalie, yes. What am I saying yes to Natalie for?
Can you pull a few cards for her, but not till after Tanya?
We have Tanya first. Are you still here, Tanya? Did that work for you, Mimi?
She said no a minute ago, but not to your question.
Who?
Mimi.
Oh.
It was something. She said she could barely hear Dawn, but then I think she got it, and now she's saying that.
Okay.
I have no energy to breathe on him. I'm keeping mine.
She said she ain't going for it. She said, yeah, she's got no energy to even, yes.
Tanya's on right here.
All right. Tanya's up. Did that help? Girl, you got some good things coming. All right. You know your value. You know your worth. Ride with that shit.
Yes. So
Mimi said thank you, ladies, and yes, it did.
Tanya, yeah. Oh. See, she gets the Six of Pentacles as a steady card, but mine for me.
It's the 8, right?
Right. But it's also a time of looking at that harvest and inspecting it and making plans for what can be better next year, So in a way, it's kind of like studying.
Yes.
He's doing his magic there, his alchemy for the future.
Kind of we're always studying.
Yeah, we kind of always are.
More intense.
But that could also be, reaping whatever you've sown.
Right.
So let's see what happens here. And then I got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. This is interesting. We've got a little conflict here.
You think?
Yeah. But Spirit's asking, because I got the 3 of Wands, and you know what that means to me, right?
Yes.
And then I got the 8 of Swords over here. And then the 5 of Pentacles. So somebody's needing a new perspective on wins and loses. And Spirit is asking us to move out of a certain kind of energy.
Capricorn.
Of waiting. Somebody's waiting. Somebody's maybe waiting for a perspective that'll bring them out of that energy. And I may be able to help because you know how some people don't like to let go of things because they become comfortable with them, even though they're not really happy with it, which is this 8 of Swords energy. Afraid to move, even though if they do, it would be easy to move forward. But because they're afraid to move, it leaves them out in the cold. But with this 3 of Wands here, I don't know if you can see those ships in the background. But here we got this dude with 3 wands. He's comfortable with 1. Let's call that a perspective, okay? And he's looking at that ship. And he's looking very interested at that ship because it's his ship. Now, here's the thing about that ship, all right? Is it coming in? Is it going out? Now, normally, if you look at it as, oh, the ships are going out, then people want to say, oh, that's pessimistic. You're thinking too much about the losses. And I'm going to say maybe you're thinking about it as losses, but I'd rather see it as unpacking shit I don't need that somebody else maybe could need that I'm packing on my ship so I can get rid of all this shit and send it off to somebody who needs it, and my ship's going to come back with the shit I need. So whether it's coming in or going out, it's still your ship and it's still working for you and it's still doing good things if we allow that perspective to happen. All right? That's the other 2 wands standing behind him. He needs to grab a hold of one of those other wands and give it a shake for a while and start looking at things a little bit differently. To move out of this energy of waiting and being in your head and feeling like you're being left out, you know? So all's that you're needing is a little bit of a new perspective of loss. And your whole narrative will change. And you're going to get it because, look, Spirit showed up right here. He's saying, this is easy. Come on. I'm going to help you. Trust me, I'm right here. I'm going to send you people. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you remove that shit. Tear down that tower. Let it go. You don't need it. Take a different path. Time to move in the direction for you. That's what I got here. That's the overall energy of the spirit message that it wanted to send. Don, what you got? Uh-oh. Oh boy, you got a book? So you get to fill in the blanks. Because this is up and down energy. Could be stuff. It could be stuff.
So this is everything that's shiny and pretty and ooh, shiny, I want it swirl. Okay. But this it kind of tears it apart. Okay. Then we've got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Six of Pentacles upside down. Now, Six of Pentacles, that's Alice just said it earlier. That's my learning card. This is not. This is a child energy, a childlike energy. And this is someone who just really isn't ready to make the changes and whatnot that they need. It's the stability card upside down. Okay? But then it changes. And the whole like those first 5 cards, I was like, what in the world? Okay, that's the really chaotic energy. That's people with a lot of shadow self, things that we don't want to look at. And this could be things that, why did my parents do this? Why? What was the end goal of doing this?
You got the two
And the funny
wands.
thing is, both paths get you to the same end means. Which one do you want to go to? This one is kind of feeling stuck in your energies, okay? As is this. This is one who's maybe having a little bit of trouble standing on her own a little bit, okay? Because, okay, this and this kind of go hand in hand. All of this stuff shows up with this card, with this person not being able. The Nine of Pentacles is going to be the Empress. This person is very, very focused, very strong, very valid.
Very magical.
Down energy, in this upside down energy, you may as well be looking at this. Quite honestly.
Well, she also manifests, though, and that's she's.
Right. But then off to the side, I had these two cards come out, and
Oh damn!
you probably saw me visibly get excited on camera as Alice was talking, and I looked down and I was like, yes. Okay. The four, that is you drawing your energy back to you. This is you gathering up everything that you've handed out that hasn't been quite right, and being able to say, you know what? I don't need all of this energy. I've learned my lesson. I'm making better choices. Okay, I'm turning this stuff right side up, and this is divine. This is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is helping you gather your stuff in.
It's teaching her discernment on what she should put her energy into and when she should hold it back.
Yes, I was very excited when I saw this.
Yeah, it's good in the end. I mean, there's some ups and downs, and it has to do with perspective and how she's viewing things. But the Nine of Pentacles upside down, you have to understand that Nine of Pentacles energy is very manifesting, and when she's right side up, she manifests some fantabulous, amazing things because she's that positive force to reckon with. But when she's upside down, she's kind of manifesting some bullshit.
And if we needed any other confirmation, we got the 9 of Cups. The cups are ready to fill with whatever you want. And on the bottom of the
Time to celebrate. Hell yeah.
cups.
It's coming, Mama. Hang in there. Now, I don't know your story. Or if you have any questions. We're on Natalie, I think, right? Tanya? Okay.
She hasn't made any responses.
Does any of that ring a bell? Is there any questions? I'm seeing this energy fit all over because I'm seeing a lot of balancing energy coming. Yeah.
From Tanya, but this link right here is way behind where this one is, and it doesn't make sense. Are we out on YouTube?
Natalie, I got the 8 of Wands. You're either going to get some messages or some quick movements coming. We might have lost Tanya somewhere during that reading.
Okay, well, I hope she finds a way back and sees that we did do her reading.
Yeah, we lost Alexis during her reading, too.
No, she's there.
Oh, she's there.
Will court go her way?
Will court go her way?
It's just saying so much.
Does this involve a child? It depends on what you mean your way is. I feel like in the end, it's going to be a balanced and honest end result.
I agree with that. I agree with that, and I'm very somber.
I feel like whatever happens here, it's gonna move you into a energy that is going to propel you forward as well. So, yes, I feel like it is going to go your way in the end, even though it might not feel like it at first. Does that make sense? It may feel like a little bit of a sacrifice, but in the end, it's a little bit of give for a hell of a lot of take in the end, if that makes sense. But I feel like you're moving forward and into calmer waters with the whole thing. And it's going to bring you a power and a balance within you that's going to help bring an energy of forward motion towards prosperity and balance. That's what I got.
I got pretty much the same thing. I got the Two of Pentacles upside down. I got it's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Very, it's all about perspective.
Yes.
Okay. There's quickness. This card is all about regret. Okay. It's all about perspective. This card is about regret. Then we have moving with the quickness and somebody becoming very giving and very abundant.
Yes.
Followed by the Queen of Pentacles.
And I got the Queen of Wands. So that's passion and magic, really.
Yep. And then we have the Eight of Wands is upside down, so that's not. It's not.
Quick.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Not going. The Eight of Wands is typically a travel card, usually by air.
See, I got that right side up.
Won't be any trips. However, on the home front, this person is going to be very much okay.
Well, I feel like the Eight of Wands in this case was energy moving pretty quick. Because I got the Chariot as well.
See, I got the Knight of Swords, and then
Yeah.
so they're definitely moving.
Yep.
And it's gonna come with unexpected changes.
And it's going to be in the right direction. It's just not going to feel like it at first.
Yes, that with the regrets card, with the walking away, the regrets.
I got her. I got her.
Get messages
No.
now.
I was already thinking about Natalie. So, before you tell me what she's asking,
She's not asking anything.
she's asking for a reading.
She was asking, "Is this my reading?" While you're
Oh,
reading that last
no. Sorry, Natalie. Yours is coming right now.
Okay, so now we're doing that.
Yeah, we're on. While you were doing your reading, I was thinking about Natalie. And I shuffled and I pulled a few cards, so. Oofy, oofy, doofy. Natalie is learning too. She's learning her worth. I think we're all going through that right now. Discovering our worth.
Natalie, do you feel kind of isolated right now?
I think it might be a self-isolation. A protecting, holding back energy.
Okay, the first thing that came to my mind was the test. It's a test. She feels like she's not connected to spirit. She's learned, but it's a test.
And it's a test that has cost her many hours of stress.
Yes. Yeah. And we got divine, the high priestess and the hierophant. Yeah.
I got the high priestess too. Only I got the star and the high priestess. Okay. She asked Natalie if you have felt isolated lately. Natalie says, did Dawn ask me something?
Yes, Dante.
What do you mean?
What you're looking at on that phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're running really slow. There's a big lag here.
Okay. The only thing I don't have here is patience. Okay. We got a whole lot of fuckery. That I'm sticking with this is a test of the emergency broadcast system, and this
I got your
is what
answer.
we get from this. What? Go ahead, give it to me.
Yes. I have COVID.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
No, it's not.
But it is, okay? Having COVID and being in quarantine is completely, man, when you gotta sit with yourself, by yourself for 3 weeks.
I'm going to tell you, COVID has done so much for the spirituality of humanity that even though it's, yeah, I got the 3 cups too. Okay?
Okay, so yeah, me first, because this is her test. She's not celebrating right now, not with COVID. She's not.
No.
And her independence has been stolen from her.
She's in this energy right now.
Yes, she is.
Oh, fuck. We're getting the exact same goddamn cards. No, I don't have the magician, but I do have the star.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. We can joke about this and laugh about this, but in all seriousness,
She says it's mild.
in all seriousness, what it did was it gave you an opportunity to connect, to reconnect spiritually. Right here. These two cards right here. This is your opportunity to be uninterrupted and give you a chance to get a better foothold in your spirituality. This whole thing is for spring. And you can look at it as lightheartedly or as deeply as you want to. Okay. The bottom line is it's all gonna be okay. This is giving you strength. This is spirit showing you that you have what it takes. You're gonna be a lot better once you get to the other side of this. I think honestly that you might have a little bit of financial flexibility with being in quarantine because your mini empress is upside down. But again, the very last card that we read was the strength card. I don't see anything coming negative of this. This is all feelings that you're gonna go through. Basically, that's what my spread is. It's all feelings that you're gonna go through, and looks like you might be a little mad that you got COVID right now, or in the very recent past. But it's gonna be okay.
A little butthurt about something there, huh? Okay, this is what she said. She said her COVID is mild and she agrees, but she likes isolating when she needs to, which we can all relate to that. I know when I have to go off and be alone, which means that I see spirit all over this reading, and this is a validation of it. And what I'm seeing here is Empress energy is on the board. Okay, and when that Empress shows up, that tells me that your energy is not a joke. All right, if you're being seen as Empress energy, to me that Empress energy is kind of a responsibility. It really is. For those who carried it, it's kind of a responsibility, and I feel you feeling the weight of that responsibility at times. And that may be why you need to isolate yourself to get a hold of this energy right here. And I feel like you know what you deserve. And because you've in the past dealt with people who, or maybe even you, hold back, which has caused regrets. But I feel somebody understanding that there's a vulnerability that's a superpower. And understanding how to use it correctly with this. Usually I call this my holding back card, but in this case, between regret and the Empress, I'm going to call it my discernment card. Okay? Of learning when and where to hold back so you don't have regrets. This is about understanding what you deserve. This is about coming out of this mental energy of like back and forth. I see new things coming, new opportunities. Now, some of this mental energy with this Four of Pentacles may also reflect financially because of being sick. But I do see new opportunities coming. I see healing, not only physically, but also spiritually. Spirit showing up here in a big way because of this Empress energy, this nurturing, beautiful energy that you carry that you may be holding back, and Spirit may be asking you in this case to understand that the love you have is there to give. It's not your fault what people do with it. All right? That's a hard one. I mean, it's a hard one. But when you do your job and you live your energy of that caring, nurturing, vulnerability, and somebody else does something against you in this Empress energy, that's the High Priestess. That's the High Priestess energy of the secrets. When somebody does something against that Empress energy, that's when the High Priestess shows up. You can't hide those secrets from the High Priestess. They're seen. They're seen, okay? You don't even have to worry about all that. All you have to do is be that beautiful you so you can celebrate and have victory.
Yep, I agree. And this card back up, this rebirth.
Yes.
It came out twice while you were reading.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like in a way that you've been holding that back. You've been holding back your vulnerability because, there's a lot of stupid people out there that take advantage of that, but I don't know, after a while, it's just you realize that, you don't have to worry about those people, that they have to worry about you and mistreating you. Because that's a special energy, That's a call to duty in a way with the healing and the High Priest, because you have a lot of healing energy in you as well. You have a lot of understanding. Huh? That's why you only got a mild case of COVID. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, I see you understanding that there is some value in opening up, if that makes sense at all. Because that nurturing part of me is what made me, literally go underground for 7 years. I didn't want nothing to do with people. So I was like, this bitch right here on steroids. All right? No. No. This is my love. You can't have it. What do you want? Go away, That was my energy. So I was I had to come through that a little bit. And now I'm not afraid of being nurturing, but I'm also not afraid of being hard. So and that's the superpower, is that balance. And I think you're coming into that because I see celebrations and victory for you. So I hope that helps. That's what I got. Do you have any questions, sweetheart? She said, "Oh, I love this." Oh, yes, there it is again. There's that 10 of cups. Damn, I love seeing that. I love seeing the balance. I love seeing the understanding. I love seeing what came out. I needed this tonight. I did. So thank you all. I love you. I really needed this tonight. So, and in a way, it's a reminder to us too that Spirit's there for us and it knows what we need. So, thank you all for showing up. Oh, we answered them. She didn't have to ask, but we answered them. Well, we didn't answer them. Spirit answered them. We just answered our call. That's it. Spirit's there for you, sweetheart. Trust me. And I think you know that too. And you needed that validation. So here it is. You didn't even ask a question and your questions were answered. So if you need any more proof of spirit than that, I don't know what it would be. And that's exciting too. I love it when that happens. So, with that being said, I don't see any more questions or any more people. So, are you feeling like we had a good night? I think it was too. I wish I could have seen the book better, but after the headache all day, it was just like, man. So that did take me a while to get through the energy of the day. But you guys, I am so excited. I mean, I have to show you some of these cards. They're just freaking amazing. Here we got the Soul Star Chakra. It says hanging with the divine. And then we got the Portal Keepers. And in a way, I always say that we're all portal keepers. Mm-hmm. And it's a cat. Oh, imagine that. Because they're both here and there. Yes. See, that's what I was thinking with balance, with the one that we got today. I was thinking cat. The Lemurian is cat energy. For all the music lovers out there. And these are just beautiful. I can't wait to get into them. Are they oracle cards? No, they're tarot. Well, yeah, I guess they are oracle. They are oracle. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Okay. Which we usually use oracle cards for the energy of the day anyway. But you can use oracle cards for a whole reading as well. But yeah, I'm excited. And actually, the person that gave them to me is Ileana from Twin Tarot. Yeah. She said that I would probably connect to them more than she did because of the whole history thing. And, my understanding of Lemuria, that it was more of a feminine energy to balance the Atlantean, which was the masculine energy. Right. But this says something different. And I kind of like this though. Well, you see, my favorite thing about the oracle cards is the different perspectives that come forward with oracle cards. Yes. Yes, it gives a whole new depth to that energy. That, And I have a complete side note. Mike with his shadow worker card. Yeah. It's about the same as the mediumship Yes.
It ranks right there.
Yes. Well, it ranks right there with swordsies sometimes too. Depending, because our shadow self isn't as bad as we want to make it out to be.
Right.
So it's like we make it more scary and put ourselves in that Eight of Swords energy.
Yes.
Instead of just dealing with the honesty of the situation and who we were then, who we may not be now,
Right.
we may be a different person and we don't want to hang on to that energy, right? But okay, you can't like say that it didn't exist or pretend that it didn't exist, because that in a way is it's going to keep it there.
Yes.
It's going to keep it there in a way that's going to re-traumatize.
It can.
So,
It can.
and
If it's not dealt with, yes. If
yes,
it's not dealt with, if it's not heard, yes, it can.
right, exactly.
It very much will.
And guilt is such a wasted emotion on something that you can't change. And I always say, if we would have known better at the time, we probably would have made different choices. And even if we did know better at the time and didn't make the right choices, we still made the right choices.
Right.
Maybe not for the reasons that we think we did, but there's always others involved that have lessons to learn too. So we have to let each other allow everyone else to have their magic too, and allow everybody else.
That's the yin and yang.
Yes.
That's the yin and yang. That seeing experiences as not as negative or positive or masculine or feminine, but seeing them as they are and what we can get from it.
Exactly. They're tools.
Be a catalyst to teach someone, or we're meant for them to be our catalyst to learn something.
Our growth. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. But without those experiences, no growth would happen. They're nothing to be ashamed of. The only thing that you have to be ashamed of is not dealing with it.
Right.
And it causing it actually is you victimizing yourself.
Yes.
And that's one of the worst sins in my opinion. But it's not that hard really, in my opinion. But I made it way harder than I thought it actually was, as just the idea of facing the shadow self, or even admitting that we have a shadow self, But
Totally can relate to that statement.
yeah, that's called being human. So, and it's not a scary thing, really. So, anyway, lady, it is 9:27.
Okay, I have things to go do.
Yes.
I'll see you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. You're amazing. Blessed be blessed. Namaste. We'll see you next week at 7:30 Wednesday.